John Wells, Blue Wave Maryland Coalition. We're trying to show you how to make these banks of signs. We're calling unity banks. You can either make them in an 8-foot version, or you can make a 4-foot, which is what we're going to talk about because it's easier to build and easier for your volunteers to transport if you want to build them ahead of time instead of doing it in the field. So our 4-foot section is again very stable, and still you can mass these right and left, so you could have like 15 candidates if that's how many you've got in a polling place. The key to this success here is a good framing in the back. So this framing is again, you take your 2 4-foot pieces that you've cut on a 45, you place them next to the sign, let the angle fall where it will, then screw them into ordinary or nail them into ordinary stakes, either on a 45 or straight up as you see here. So these are the tools you need to do this job: a good staple gun, drill, saw, tape measure, and 45-degree angle. So the next segment we're going to talk about is how to actually make that cut on the 45 if you're going to make it yourself. And you're going to tell the person cutting it, if you're getting it done, to do the same thing. Make a mark in the center of your board, take your 45-degree angle, and go through the center. And it is actually a 45. The angle looks funny on there. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, once you've gotten all this done, is how you're going to put all the signs on. So here I'll be live in the next section here. For this segment, we're going to use a staple gun. I recommend a high quality one like a Milwaukee, but they make a lot of great ones. Pick one you like out of Home Depot. Make sure it'll handle 9/16 staples. Now we have our candidates over here, and we have Anne Arundel County. We have our executive, we have our state's attorney, and in our district we have our state senator. Now, the way I'm going to lay these out, I'm going to leave a little bit of room at the bottom because we're going to actually tap this into the ground. So I'm going to find the center, which in this case is 12 inches. Okay. Now I'm going to line this up. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it to be square. Hold this one here and put in one tap. So we know that spot's good. Now we're going to line up the next ones. Again, centering this. 12 inches. Looks good. Line it up. Tap. Tap. Now we get our top one. It should be good. It's going to line up no matter what. We're going to just say that's it. Okay, so now we've got them basically just in place. Notice I was just using one hand because it was convenient. But as we're actually putting them in for real, you want to use 2 hands to get a nice firm nailer in there. So you're going to go 1, 2, and I'm alternating on the distance, one on either side of the board. Then over here and over here. Putting about 4 staples in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one is sticking out at the end. Okay, so it stops about here. So I'm going to put a few extra staples here, 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 just to make sure it's stable. So I don't know how long that took, a minute or so. We have our sign. It's stable enough. It's not going anywhere. It's very lightweight. And we're going to be able to just tap it in. Just want to do a quick addendum here on if you're doing an 8-foot sign. I think you'll find that you'll use the lower level and then take a almost 8-foot piece, just cut off the end for a secondary. That'll give you, if it's really windy, that'll give you a secondary support, and you can put it in only as needed. also. So again, the other thing is if you've got a 4-foot T-square, that's a nice way to level up your sign. It's a lot easier than using an actual level. So again, the purpose of this is to get us off the horizontal dimension along with everybody else and move up into the sky, into the Tower of Democracy. And of course, this is the whole point, is to get ourselves elevated to office.